Hello and welcome to 2015 Reading Challenge number 32. And today I'm going to be talking about A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I hope I'm saying that right. I really do. Which was longlisted for the Booker Prize this year. So I wanted to read this book because I was sort of intrigued by all the hoo-ha around it, about how, extreme it was and yada yada. So essentially it is about four guys who meet at college: Malcolm, JB, Willem and Jude. And it follows them through decades of their lives. And it primarily concerns Jude, enigmatic, awkward and partially crippled Jude. He can walk, he just has really, really big problems with his legs, and there are quite horrific reasons behind that. All those people who suggested that Jude couldn't possibly have that many things happen to him one after the other, wow, the ignorance, it burns, it really does. Not all these guys, JB, Malcolm and Willem as well, they have difficult and complicated relationships with their parents, with themselves, with their loved ones, their partners and their careers and such. It is such a beautifully complex and braided together story. You get all of their stories. You learn so much about all of these characters and so many of their loved ones, but it never feels like you're ploughing through tons of narrative. You just get sucked in from the first chapter and you are lost. I mean, this book is 700 odd pages long and it felt like less than half of that. I just zoomed through it in a day. It was just so compelling and so beautifully written and just such a wonderful story and so heartbreaking as well. I mean, there's so much joy in it and there's so much heartbreak and you're just like, oh no! A lot of the stuff that happens in it is very much suggested rather than graphically written through. It is not, for instance, like The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things, which is extremely graphic in its content. I was kind of expecting, because of all the hoo-ha around A Little Life, that it would be as extreme as The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things. And I was kind of anticipating that with a little bit of concern, because The Heart is Deceitful Above All Things actually made me cringe a lot. So, yeah. But A Little Life is nothing like that. Things are suggested and they are horrific things. They are horrific things. Your heart does break into a million pieces for Jude so many times, but it is beautifully written and so sensitively written and so cleverly written that you will just lose yourself in the characters and their lives and in their struggles, and you will feel for them so deeply. I mean, Hanya Yanagihara is a fantastic writer and I hope she does more in the future, because I will read them in a heartbeat. Boom. She writes it, I'm reading it. Done deal. So yes, I would highly recommend this book. It is amazing, but I would say that it is quite triggering. So if you are triggered by subjects like abuse and whatnot, I would walk carefully into this novel, because it pulls no punches about the effects of such things, and there are some incidences in the book that are extremely triggering, not just abuse against children but against adults as well. Yeah, and there are some things that happened to Jude that made me so freaking angry and upset. I can't even. But yeah, I loved it. I'm going to stop waffling because I've gone on for 6 minutes. Highly recommended. Definitely pick it up, definitely read it. Probably a bit triggering, not as graphic as it's made out to be, and anyone who thinks that that much can't happen to a person one after the other is deeply ignorant and needs to do a bit of life learning. Okay, next week I am going to get into the first of 2 Hannu Rajaniemi books. I read The Quantum Thief when it first came out, and I'd wanted to read the following 2 in the trilogy for the longest time, for like ever, and I finally picked them up for this reading challenge because I was like, right, if I don't pick them up for the reading challenge, I am never going to. So I picked them up, and next week I'm going to start off with book 2, The Fractal Prince, and the following week I'll be doing The Causal Angel. So tune in for The Fractal Prince next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.